Good morning. Fingers crossed that TikTok still stays around. um, I just finished a Pilates class, which was really great, and wanted to talk about some stuff, mostly about motherhood and the tough things about being a woman with chronic illness or chronic pain and ADHD and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I don't know if you guys have been watching my last videos, but I've been having this eye thing on and off since October. Is it mast cells, histamine? I just have reactions all the time. Oh, fire truck, there you go. So, it's always hard to have a good day, but whenever I have a good day or a good moment, I celebrate it. So I just went to Pilates Reformer and did the class on a very gentle weight, and it was perfect. So I wanted to talk about motherhood and, being a woman who's going to turn 49 this year. And how I can't speak for anyone else, but for myself, I used to feel like I was a person who knew a lot and had opinions and definitely wanted to give my opinions to people. Thought, oh, I'm definitely going to control this and my kids aren't going to do that and blah, blah, blah and all that stuff. I posted a video recently. My daughter has been on and off. It's actually been probably for a couple years. Getting really into drawing on herself, drawing on the walls. Now she does more like drawing on paper. And we try to give her the markers that you can clean up. She wants to get into my Sharpies. Just a little background. I have two kids. One's 10. One's going to be 10 and one's almost going to be 6. And they're both on the spectrum. They're both autistic. My son has been diagnosed also with ADHD, which finally got me to talk to my psychiatrist at March of last year, so almost a year ago, about how I feel like, hey, we should be testing me. And that's thanks to TikTok and Facebook videos too, like about ADHD, and made me go, maybe. Because I've just always been told it was anxiety and depression, and I was on Prozac since 2011 on and off, and right now I'm working with trying to fix my gut health, because I feel like I've always had gut health stuff, what they call IBS and stuff, but I did have more issues after having my daughter. I don't know if they ever talk about that, how maybe gut health can just be really weird after having a child or second child or getting older. I don't know. When you already have a disposition to have gut issues and stress and ADHD and PMDD and all kinds of stuff. I was doing really well in the last month or so. Energy was coming back. I was doing this female hormone program. And then my period started to come at or not come, or be delayed. It was delayed, and then it came early, and then it's my fatigue was just coming back, and I don't know if I'm right now. I'm just trying to fix my gut health, because I feel like some of it has to do with the gut stuff. Anyway, so I've since turned 40. From 47 to now, I've just been working on my own health. Seeing if I'm perimenopausal, and working on my hormones, my gut health. I still think I have issues with hydration. I'm always dry mouth and dry in lots of other areas of my body. So to go back when I made this video, I was just there were lots of people posted negatively, which doesn't surprise most of us, right? And then someone posted, well, I know it's rage bait, but how long or something before you actually came to supervise or whatever. So not that I feel like I need to explain, but it's honestly years, couple years on and off. And then of course there's times when I'm supervising, there's times when I think my husband's supervising and she's in the bathroom and she's drawing. So, we're dealing with a lot of demand avoidance and big tantrums and, working hard to get them to like, okay, now we have to clean up. We're going to pick up 5 things and have that. We've done ABA before several times, especially with my son. And I just don't know how helpful it is. I feel like there's new information we're finding out about kids on the spectrum. This whole demand avoidance, this anxiety and frustration and tantrums with wanting to do stuff. My son tends to go more on the anxiety route. My daughter tends to go more on the like anger, throwing things, screaming route. And again, I'm going to be 49 and I'm tired. And yeah, I know I ended up having kids later in life, but I didn't realize that my health was going to kaput so hard. So when I posted that video, I didn't do it for rage bait. I did it to be like, this is the reality of some moms. This is the reality of some people's lives at home. Some of us are all, living in families that are neurodivergent, autistic, ADHD, both have all kinds of stuff that might attach to like physical ailments, illnesses, invisible stuff, and it's really hard to be a parent, take care of your kids, especially when you're older, be a partner to your significant other, and take care of yourself when you need to take care of yourself. Moms sacrifice so much, and this whole thing to be perfect and have everything perfectly done is hard. And I know that there are women out there who post videos of the sheer perfection of their family lives and how they can do so many things and make so many things, and they're crafting and cooking and doing all kinds of stuff. And for me, that was kind of my rage bait. That was the kind of stuff that made me go, come on, really? But I had to teach myself that, like, hey, everyone's different. And what good is it to you to go in and just like say negative comments? If someone's, decided to have kids earlier on and they have tons of energy and they're very healthy and they can do all kinds of stuff and they're doing all kinds of stuff at home and they're doing all kinds of stuff outdoors and stuff, and good for those kids. I wish I could be a younger parent with more energy for my children. There was a time when we had a good nanny that was in her 20s that would help out, but that, especially with special needs kids, it's like getting respite care or babysitting or having family wanting to see not one kid on the spectrum but 2 and take care of them is hard. The idea of us trying to go and take a weekend vacation or overnight, just the 2 of us, is difficult, or trying to do a family trip and suffering through some of the hard parts just because you really want to be together, and being out is better than being at home. So anyways, yeah, lots of negative comments on this previous video of mine. If you want to see it, you can. If you want to comment, whatever. But I wanted to say that, for me, the older I get, the more I know, like, I don't know a thing. I do the best I can. I care about being an advocate for us neurodivergent people and kids and people on the spectrum and anyone who has ADHD or both, or realizing late in life they might have it, because, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s and 90s, and so, it's tough. So I'm just going to give myself grace and give these other people grace, because maybe it just makes them feel better to just be negative. And I'm like, hey, good for you that you have it all under control, that you can perfectly discipline your children and tell them what not to do, and they listen perfectly. I mean, I had friends come over a weekend ago with their kids to watch some football, and the kids were like, may I do this and please and all that, and I was like flabbergasted, because I would love my kids to be like that. It's just not the same. My son wants to stare at a device all the time. It's like, try to get him away from that. You could do it for a little bit. He'll go to school and stuff, but it's just difficult. My daughter just wants to scream and yell and have her way. And I have a feeling she's got ADHD too, but there's more to talk about, and I only have 10 minutes.